Hey, friend.
Hello, Jay. Hi.
Hey. All right. I
Okay.
made you co-host. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Have a good evening.
Okay, you too. Feel better.
Thank you.
Hi, Enid. Hello, Mr. Pruitt.
Hi, Miss Fran, how are you?
I'm okay. How everything going?
Good, good, hanging in there. I'm coming on just now, 1 minute.
Okay. Hello, Adina.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. Long day. How are you?
Okay, not bad at all. Pruitt, all is well?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Were you talking to me?
No, I was saying hi to Mr. Pruitt.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. It's now 7:03. We will start. Hi, Cecilia.
Hi, good evening. Sorry, I'm late.
So we'll start in 2 minutes.
Renee? Renee?
Okay, it is now 7:05. The meeting is called to order. 7:05. I just want to take this time out to thank each and every one of you for joining, coming in. I know some of you are rushing in, but you have taken time out of your busy schedule to be here this evening. So it's good to see you guys. Hope you enjoyed or enjoying the beginning of the Newman Can You Imagine in 2023, and we're already in February, the second day of February. It's something. So we no need to introduce because we know each other online. Everyone have been here. So my question to you, quite simple, very, very simple. What was the highlight of your day? What was the highlight of your day? And don't look up in the sky because I mean, you had so much going on for you that you have to be thinking. You have to be here looking at you thinking, what was
I'm gonna go first because that look up in the sky was for me not to be negative, right? Because today was off. It was one hectic thing after the other. I was really trying to find something positive. I think one of those days, but I think that I took a moment. Went to Starbucks and got an oat milk latte. That was the highlight of my day. So it may not be much to some, but it was a lot to me. That meant a lot today. Today was rough.
That's good. That's good. You just had something that just put you in that place, that put a smile on your face,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. For me, my highlight was like after 6 weeks at the hospital. This is the third week, counting the third week being home with my husband, and being a caregiver is not easy. It is not easy. I think some of you can attest to that. It is not easy, and you are home, but it's just like your mind, you're still in motion, wanting everything to go on good. And I hear a little noise, or he make a little noise. I hear a hump, and I'm up front. I run to the bedroom to see if maybe you fall or something. So it's just like the stress and everything is still there. I had to go out today, and I was like, I'm not driving. I'm busting it and I'm straining it.
That's it. You want. I understand, Miss Fran. I take care of a 93-year-old mom on top of the work. And, she doesn't have a companion. I have someone who comes from her time to time, but I take care of her every day. It's a lot,
It is a lot. So I left the car was parked right in front of the house. I moved his car and my car across the street for tomorrow. And I walked to Nostrand and I busted. I got on the train and I just walking, and just my mind was somewhere else until he didn't see me after 2 hours, and then he texts me, say, are you okay? That just was my highlight, just to go outside. Because usually you are driving, when you're driving, you're concentrating on the road and where you were going, and you want to go and come back home. And I just sat on the bus and just sat on the train, and I was just relaxing. And so that was my highlight. That really was the highlight for me. And I came back and I stopped and I said, I'm not going back home to cook. I just bought some jerk chicken and just came back home and just sat down and enjoy it.
That's good.
That was my highlight. And I'm still feeling high on that. Anybody else would like to share a dinner?
Hi, so I finally got to get my video on. I'm Adina Matos. I'm usually not here. I'm a staff member at Heights and Hills, but a highlight of my day, I had a rough day too. I got my new pillows that I was waiting for. I came in, so that was a good part of my day. Yeah, I would say
that's good. So you understand dinner? I don't know, but somehow, but I saw the name and I thought that you've always been there with us. I didn't know you were new. I didn't realize you were new.
No, I'm
so welcome
in, I guess.
Welcome.
I reached out to someone named Dante and they told me about the
Okay. So are you going to do a presentation for us? You have a little something to tell us about your service?
Yeah, whenever I'm allowed to do so, but I just
Okay, cool. But somehow the other, I thought that that's why I said there's no need to introduction. So one at the time that I call you, and so I think that we should introduce ourselves because after we do our icebreaker, then we'll introduce ourselves because I didn't realize we had someone new with us.
No worries.
Anyone else would like to share with us the highlight of the day? Mr. Pruitt, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Pruitt, you are muted. You are muted, we can't hear you. And I'm happy to see faces. I always love to see faces and see the person.
So that's why nobody's been responding to me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, this week I went to the printer. It was the highlight of my week. I went to the printer for the Prospect Leopards Garden Echo, and it was a pretty newsy edition. And I'm going to send each of you one copy, a copy digitally. We print about 800 copies for the homeowners, and it's a real tight run. But there's always enough left over for digital, of course. And I'm going to send you one. But or get Mina or Dante to send it to you. We had a big story about Ben Edwards. And we're about to get two. Ben Edwards had a code naming. Maple Street was codenamed in his honor for his 20 years of service to the community board and the Leopards Manor Association.
Yeah.
And we also have a story where we're getting two new historic districts. My block, Sterling 1, is going to become a historic district, and Parkside Avenue between Bedford and Flatbush, both sides of the street, is going to become a historic district, and that has major implications for the homeowners. So that was my highlight of the week.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. So happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's great. Great news. Cecilia.
Today was definitely a hectic day. I'm just recently getting over COVID. And so it's just been a very hectic month in general. But my highlight, honestly, was getting off that train and coming in the house to just have some alone time between when the hubby comes home with our 2-year-old. And I made some turkey chili for dinner, and it was just nice. It came out perfect. I was able to just sit out on the couch for a few minutes, have some quiet time until they came home, and then we had dinner. So, that was my highlight. Yeah, I'm in bed now because my feet are swollen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 28 weeks pregnant on top of it.
Yeah.
So, we are here, and I'm happy to be on the call.
Yes, definitely. It's always a pleasure to see you. And I just want to just put it out there. And throughout the past 6 weeks, the 6 weeks that I'm in a meeting, I'll call you back. The 6 weeks that I was out at the hospital, it is something, and I think I mentioned that last time, and I see the importance of it, and I just want to throw it out there. Just remember self-care, because we tend to think that our bodies, we are machines, but we are not robots, we are not machines. And some point, somewhere, stuff started happening to you, and you started feeling, and it's like, wait a minute, why is this happening? But it's all that stress that we put our bodies under. So I'm telling you, my friend, she promised me a day at the spa, and I can't wait. So remember, anything, if we drop down or anything happen, the work will still be there. Whatever that we are doing, it will still be there. So we need to take care of ourselves. Mr. Purett, I know you're a veteran. I know you've been out there, you have been doing your stuff, and I know you have your health challenges, but you are still going, but self-care. And that goes to every person on the line, self-care. Even though if it's 2 hours you give yourself on the weekend, but take time for you. Celia said she just needed that time just for her, just me time, just put up her feet and you know, especially when you have a 2-year-old, you know, they come home and they just want mommy. They just want mommy. You just need that. You know?
Oh yeah, she walked in the door, mommy, you know, and it's like,
Mhm.
hi, love, I missed you too. But it's nice, you know, you need that time just to
Yeah.
reset and just
Yeah.
so you can be present.
Definitely.
Mr. Leopold,
Okay.
did you say I was a veteran?
No, when I said, I mean, you've been around doing your work, the work in the community.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Thank you
what I
very
meant.
much. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So thanks so much. As we go, before we continue to our minutes, so I will introduce myself to Adina. Adina, my name is Francesca Leopold. I live in the community in Brooklyn, New York, Lefferts Avenue. I'm the board member, community board member. I'm the second vice chair on the board and also the chair for the Health and Social Services. So I want to thank you for being here with us. So pass it on to Enid.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Ina Dillard. I'm the Senior Director of Marketing and Communications for One Brooklyn Health. I have worked in the system for over 20 years and love what I do and love being a part of this unit as well, so I can give back to the community and synergize our efforts from One Brooklyn Health to our community partners.
But the other.
Cecilia.
Hi, I'm Cecilia Yampowski. I'm a community member. So I just a project manager by day. I do the work on the side, but I'm taking a break from that because I'm too big, too tired. But I'm really happy to be a part of the community board.
So Cecilia, before I allow Mr. Purett to introduce himself, I want the next time that we are not hearing that you are a committee member, but you're a board member. So please fill out your application and send it in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So just, you could call the board office and let them, or you just go online on the board online and on the website, and the application should be there. If the application is not there, because there's a deadline, I think February 14th is the deadline. So let them to send it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Good night, Mr. Almanara. Mr. Purett, can you introduce yourself, please? Just a few seconds so we could move on. Unmute yourself, Mr. Purett. So, Mr. Almanara, thanks for coming. While we are waiting for Mr. Purett to unmute himself, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, this is Nicholas Almanara, member of CD9, board member, also member at large. I was very happy to participate in Health Social Services.
Thank you. Mr. Purett, please introduce
Yes,
yourself.
I appreciate your indulgence of my inability to operate a computer in the 21st century. I'm Wilford Pruitt. I've been on the board since the fall, first term tenure. I look forward to everything that we're going to try to do this year. And speaking of which, this is off the topic, but did you happen to read that story about in the Times this week about the number of Black families that are leaving New York City? Brooklyn?
So when we get to the new business, we will just make a note of that and we will address that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that all your introduction?
That's it.
Thank you, sir. So remember, and as we get to new business, we will touch base on that. And I just want to say thank you to Mr. Pruitt. You are doing such a wonderful job with the minutes. The minutes have been taken precisely, and the time that you submitted to the board, I am very thankful for that. So
Well,
thank you so much for
I
that.
found it interesting that I only have one sheet mentioned today. Where is the rest of it?
Well, I have 2 of them, so I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I have everything.
Oh, okay, all right, okay,
Okay.
thank you. All right.
Okay, so for our minutes, I am not certain if every one of you would have received. Did you all receive the minutes? You did. Okay. Did you all take a minute to go over it? You did? Okay. So any changes, anything that you want to add or anything that's missing? No? Okay. All right. So the minutes for January 5th, 2023 has been voted on, accepted, and we will put it into a record that has been accepted as is. Before we move on, I will ask Miss, because I want to discuss, since in the minutes, what I really want to look at, we touched on, we voted on some areas that we are looking through because we wanted to set for the year. And then so the 3 topics that we have, areas that we are looking to address for the years, the mental health, the youth, and the seniors. So since mental health got the most votes, so this is the what we'll be working on, we'll be putting in together. So we'll have a discussion on this just after we hear from Adina. Adina will introduce herself and give us a little bit more on her the services that she brings to the community. And after that, we will have a discussion as to the planning for a forum on mental health. So, Ms. Adina, the floor is yours.
Great. Thank you. I won't take too much of your time, but again, my name is Adina Matos. I'm the volunteer program director at Heights and Hills. And Heights and Hills is a case management nonprofit agency based in Brooklyn and downtown Brooklyn, but we cover about 21 neighborhoods in Brooklyn, including Community Boardine neighborhoods. And what we do is we offer case management for adults 65 and better, a caregiver support for those who are caregiving. And I heard here on the call that 2 of you are caregivers. And then we also offer our center's in Park Slope, but it's open to anyone, but we have classes there from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And then myself, we offer volunteer programming for clients and caregivers who are part of Heights and Hills. So Heights and Hills has been around for 43 years at this point, and we have about 1,200 older adults that we serve annually. That's including our center. And right now we have about 800 clients across the board that we serve, not including our caregiver clients. I'm coming to talk about Heights and Hills, but also talk about a need for volunteers within neighborhoods such as Crown Heights, Prospect Lefferts Gardens, and Flatbush. And I know it's been hard to service our clients mostly there in terms of our volunteer program because we don't have a lot of volunteers that live in that area. But I want to talk more about what we offer in terms of services, and our services are all free. I should have said that to begin with. It's all free services. Anyone that's interested in becoming a client who's 65 and older can call and basically express whatever needs they have. May it be financial insecurity, food insecurity, housing insecurity, etc. We have resources and case managers that help with these things. And then for caregiver support, we have a team of 6 caregiver social workers who offer support to caregivers. May it be, it could be a caregiver that lives across the country that has someone that lives in Brooklyn that needs support, or they can live with them. It could be, a daughter, a neighbor, what have you, someone who's supporting someone 65 and older, where we can help with any kind of, health insurance issues, any kind of support in terms of respite care and things of that nature, because I know respite care is a big thing. Y'all need support, caregivers need support. The volunteer program, which I manage, while the volunteers basically help where the case managers and caregiver or social workers can't, meaning we offer shopping squad, which is shopping for clients who can't leave their home or who are homebound or facing any kind of emergency or financial insecurity. So volunteers will shop for the client and drop off the groceries, and the groceries are free of charge. The budget's about $100 for a single person and $135 for a couple. And then we also offer appointment companions, meaning volunteers will escort clients to and from medical appointments. And then kind of special projects, which can be anything from helping someone plant a garden in their home or put a bookcase together or like clear clutter in their space because they feel overwhelmed by it. And then our biggest program is Friendly Visiting, which is across, it's a lot, and all agencies have it. It's from NYC Aging or Department for the Aging, whatever they want to call themselves now. But Friendly Visiting is a one-on-one friendship with a client and a volunteer that can go for 6 months or more. And it's for social support because a lot of our folks are isolated or homebound and they don't have other supports and they kind of want some companionship, and that's what Friendly Visiting offers. And on my end, I've been trying to go to different committees that, you know, our neighborhoods, including Flatbush and Crown Heights and et cetera. So I can try to get the word out about Heights and Hills in general about our services, but also for folks who know someone that would like to volunteer or interested in volunteering with us. We have internships, we have service hours, and our volunteering is very flexible. It can be, you know, nothing's really in time constraint unless you want to volunteer at the center. And I have any information I could share. I could put a flyer to share with anyone. I don't know who to share that with really, but you know, if I could put that anywhere on the community board site or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to. And that's all for me. I don't want to take up too much time, but if anyone has any questions or any clarifications that need to be had.
Yeah, I'd like to ask, what's the name of the organization again?
Heights and Hills.
Heights and Hills.
Mhm.
Yeah, Heights and Hills, Heights and Hills.
And how old are you? I mean, the organization?
The organization.
Yeah,
because
the
you said how old are you?
organization it's 43 years old.
And
No, oh my God, I'm lying. 53 years old. 53 years old. Oof.
And you offer all of those services without charging the client anything?
Yes.
The home health aides and you have home health aides?
We do have connections with home care services, yes, and we connect them with folks who can't afford it. So yeah, most of it is free or it's partially funded.
Let's see. Wow, that's a story. I mean, people should know about you. Where are you located at?
Our office is located in downtown Brooklyn. So we're on 81 Willoughby Street, so by J Street. But we cover 21 neighborhoods in Brooklyn. So our case managers go out everywhere.
And how many, and what is your client load, would you say, your client population?
Like in terms of how many folks that we serve?
Yeah, you're currently servicing.
Oof. Close to 1,000. We have a lot of case managers and they have a large caseload, I will be honest. Yeah.
And how do you draw income? How does the organization make money?
We're contracted by Department for the Aging or NYC Aging, and I don't know what to call them anymore. And then we also get grants funded, but mainly it's from
non-for-profit.
NYC Aging.
Wow. I would like to do a story about your organization for the next Echo. That would be I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, maybe it's my naivete, but it's quite admirable that there's an organization like that that's out there. And you run errands for the people who are 65 and up and all of that stuff, huh?
Yeah, we have right now we have 85 volunteers on our team, and they go out and do as many tasks as we can for the clients, including, like I said, shopping, like grocery shopping that is also paid for by Heights and Hills, and then
what about transportation to the supermarket, the doctors and hospitals and that sort of thing? You have mobility access as well?
We used to have a van, but we more so now connect folks to resources beyond Access-a-Ride, there's other nonprofits that we have access to that we can connect clients to that if they need any kind of mobility to anything that you mentioned in terms of like cars or money
Yeah.
for transportation and things like that.
All right. Well, before we break up, I'd like to get your phone number.
Okay, so she can put it in the, well, we don't have a chat,
Do we have a
but then,
chat?
the information, all her
Send it to
information
the
is at the
office.
office.
Mhm.
So all her information is in the office, so you can connect with,
Oh, okay,
Dante.
all right, okay,
And
all
Dante
right.
will give you the information. So, Adina, what I would also, whilst I was listening and looking at the time frame of your presentation, and I think I would like for you to do like a 4 or 5 minutes, because you didn't even take 5 minutes with everything that you gave. And then I would like you to be present at our next general board meeting, to give a short information. I'm not certain if they already have someone slated for this month's meeting, but if not, if they don't and they can accommodate you, I would be very happy. I would be very happy, because I think more people need to hear more of these services that have been given out there. And then also, if anything, might be next month, but I would really like you to do that. And also, I'm the chair for the board at Kings County Hospital, and I would really like to put you in touch with them. And also we have Miss Enid and Miss there for One Brooklyn Health. And then so both of those hospitals work with a large population of seniors, and they really do need those services. So we will be coordinating, Miss Enid and myself will be coordinating with you to hook you up with the persons at the hospitals, social workers or whoever at the hospitals that you could liaison with, and then so you could reach more, because I know that's what you're doing. You're trying to reach more people in the community to expand your services. So we would really like you would really like to work with you with those two hospitals, and as well as I would like you to come and the next meeting that we have to give a short preview like what you just gave us. That's very good. We really need that in our community.
All right, good. I can go a little longer. I didn't want to take up too much time because I know we already started late.
But you see what you just said, what you just gave. I mean, it's a lot. It has a lot. So like 5 minutes, a little spill of 5 minutes, because the board meeting is usually, it is so much already, so much meat already on the bone. So we don't want to put it too much. So that 3-5 minutes is just what we are looking for. Ms. Almana?
Yeah, it was quite convenient what she has. What I want to also do to make since we're going to have another CB9 fair, that should be available to be there to do some tabling when we do that in May.
I always do. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that, because you are a very well kept secret, because there are many people in the
I'll
neighborhood.
say,
Yeah.
you hit that on the head. I mean, that is a very well kept secret. I
I'm
mean,
surprised. We have a lot of folks calling, so I guess we're not. That's the thing. We're trying to reach more to the folks that need the services, and that's what I'm.
I recently contracted Parkinson's.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, Mr. Pruitt. Mr. Pruitt, hold on. Ms. Almana, are you done?
No, I wanted to ask two more things. One
Go
is also, I think she should also send her flyers or for a Friday blast.
Yeah.
And also reach out to the elected, especially the council person and their staff, to have that information available for people. Because I think that because the other day I had to deal with a couple, I think they're over 65 and over, dealing with the shelter system, looking for services coming from this neighborhood. And I ended up sending them there. So make that information available. We'll try to disseminate as much as possible. And also trying to get volunteers. You should also consider, I don't know to what age group your volunteer fit, reaching out to the high schools to see if you got to get the teenage volunteers to participate in some of those activities.
Thank you.
Yeah. I preferably like I mean in the summertime for this I get what you are saying, but I I kind of not in favor of having the younger folks involved in so much, because I don't want to be too negative, but I've known of stuff that have happened, you know, and I don't want the old elderly people to be too vulnerable. You know, so
That's
they
fair.
could be vulnerable with anybody. But if you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, we
Right.
actually have a mix, like we have a group, our age limit in terms of volunteering is 16, but we do
Mhm.
interviews, we do background checks. We
Okay.
vet all our volunteers before they go on and do anything with our clients, so.
Right.
But, and we don't really, if they are younger, there's kind of, we are more selective and we're in terms of
Right.
that, but our age
So
group
when
is
you
really-
send those flyers, when you do send a flyer, ask Dante to send a copy to
Okay,
Miss Enid, so she could send it out, as on her bulletin, and also on our Friday blast for CB9, so that they could have it up there, so persons as they go to the website, that they could see it as well.
Will
Mr.
do. I really
Mr. Almanar, is that it? You have anything else?
No, I'm done. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Almanar. Mr. Pruitt?
No, I was gonna go down the same road you went down with the age. How young are the caregivers? Because I've had I'm dealing with Parkinson's, as you know, and on any given day, I have physical therapists and nurses and calls coming in, and sometimes you want to be sure of a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I had to make a comment about.
Thank you, thank you. Nina, is there, you would like to say anything? You can introduce yourself and then you could make a comment, please.
Good evening. I have a question. Do the volunteers?
I'm sorry, your audio's a little, I can't hear you that well. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's like going in.
Yeah,
and out.
you're breaking up.
Okay,
Wait,
speak, go ahead.
I think you're sounding good now.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you could just stay where you are. We are
No, we
losing
lost you
you,
again.
yeah.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know, sometimes, okay. You know what, try turn off your camera, see what happens.
Is this better?
Continue talking.
I was wondering if the volunteers speak different languages.
If the volunteers speak different languages, that's a big thing for me that I've been trying to get more folks to speak languages. I will say we have like a handful of folks who speak, we have 3 folks that speak Spanish, 2 folks that speak Mandarin, and 1 person that speaks Haitian Creole. And that's it. And that's why I'm trying to get more out there, because we need more diversity in terms of languages, especially. So, yeah. Good question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can turn back on your camera, Minor, because we're still having the same, she barely picked up what you said. I don't know why you were having that, you know, interference. I don't know if maybe because of where in the house you were sitting. And so your internet comes in and go in and out. Yeah, so, okay. Anyone else have any questions for Adina, or anyone wants to make any comments? Okay, so Adina, thank you so much for this, your information. Please leave your information at the board office. I mean, you could stay on with us just to, you know, you could sit on throughout the meeting if you don't mind.
I'm more than happy to, yeah. And I'll send over what I need to send over, flyers and my information and everything like that. I will do
Yeah.
that tomorrow.
I usually have a lot of, with my, I work with the New York City Commission on Human Rights, and I usually host or attend a lot of resource fairs. And then I think you would be a great asset to Comtable, you know, to give out information. And then also sometimes I go to, there's a senior kitchen, soup kitchen that the Mega Evers usually host and during the fall and the summertime. So they have all the seniors, they come around for food and we give them information and stuff. And I think that, and it's right there, Mega Evers right
Yeah.
on Bedford. And I would really like you, I would have to have word with the organizer to have you come and give some information that it will be a good source of information for those seniors over there.
Great. I appreciate this so much. Thank you. This was great. I appreciate you letting me speak as well. So
Yeah, you're very welcome. We appreciate you here with us because this information is great, vital information for our seniors in our community. Because as you see, we're looking to bring much services to our seniors and then our youth, and then we are doing stuff for mental health as well. And then we have seniors who are facing mental health, who's back
Yeah.
in mental health as well, and they need that type of service, you know.
absolutely.
So as we look at, we're looking at mental health as we move on, and okay, I don't want to take too long on that. We have to plan the mental health forum. So we are looking at speakers. So because although we have 3 different categories, but what we will undertake mental health first, and then after mental health, then we can do either seniors or the youth. And I would rather do after mental health. I'd really like to embark on the seniors because the seniors are very dear to my heart. And so we have to look at selecting the persons we think that we would like to be on the panel. So initially, I said that I want the police, at least 2 persons from the be represented by the police department, because when it comes to mental health in our community, and a lot of the community members, how they have complained about the way that police would have interact with persons who are given problems, so that they could let us know as to what trainings they have, what trainings that's needed, what do they look at in a person to know, can tell whether that person is just being mischievous or that person has some sort of a disability, because mental health is a disability, and how do they approach. So we really want to hear from the police as well. So we want a representative from the police department. So I can get somebody from the behavioral health at Kings County Hospital, and I would like in it for you to get behavioral health. I would like you to get somebody from your side as well.
Yes, yeah, we can do that. So One Brooklyn Health behavioral health department is a specialty over at Interfaith. Dr. Sujitha Sutton is heading that division. And I think that, there's a number of different avenues we should discuss as to what angles we're taking with mental health, because there's so many. One,
Right.
an angle we know is, of course, the taboos in the African American and Caribbean community when it comes to seeking care for help for mental health. And so I know Dr. Sutton has spoken about that a lot. How do we work around that to get people to treatment that they need? So that might be an angle that she takes, but we should discuss what angle we're having these conversations so that everyone can kind of address that particular angle when it comes to this broader subject.
Because we want whoever the panelists, because we don't want it to be a drawn out with people just talking. We want it to be interactive, that persons will be able to ask questions and get the questions answered. But if we have let's say we have four panelists, we have somebody from the police department, somebody from Kings County, somebody from behavioral health, and somebody else. We want that person we want them to have different areas of discussion, that we don't have they talking on the same topic, on the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like that area, that what you just said. So I think that is an area that your person could really tackle. So we have to, so we're looking at One Brooklyn Health.
And are we looking at a virtual program? Good.
But I would really like it to be in person, but where would we have it? But I think that when you do virtual, you may get more people coming because it's a matter they're home and they just log on, you know?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
we,
it's an
and then we can,
accessibility thing. Mhm.
right, and then we can also have it on Facebook, you know, and even have it on YouTube as well. Put it out there so persons could watch it. And okay, so one Brooklyn have.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
so I think, hold on a minute, Cecilia. I think Mr.
Mhm.
Mr. Almana, did you have your hand up?
No, because I wanted to ask a question as we are looking into getting panelists. I remember maybe not last year, but this year, you used to have some people from Methodist Hospital. I haven't seen them at our meeting anymore. Maybe can we appeal to them to provide someone?
Somebody from Methodist. I have been trying to reach out to this young lady for a while and have not, because remember when we were doing the first time that I did the health fair, she
Right.
was supposed to do a tabling and everything, and I'll try to see if I can reach out to her. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. And if we, or I mean, we had a lady who came on and she was with us and she had this psychotherapy clinic that she was opening and she was supposed to be working with us, and I don't know what transpired, and she was supposed to be on a panel and she never showed up at the panel and I never heard anything, and I was really looking forward to her so that she could talk about the different treatments that you're giving and talking about inpatient and outpatient as well for mental health. But I haven't seen her. I'll try to reach out to her. She was a committee member on the committee, but I will try to reach out to her also, and most likely Alina from Methodist Hospital. Go ahead, Cecilia.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I was going to say that maybe the fourth person could be someone who works in the field as far as giving tools or everyday action items that people can use to help, you know, manage stress and things of that nature. Because sometimes, you know, mental problems blossom from not being able to manage the everyday. And so I think maybe that fourth person can be someone or an organization that can give people tools besides saying, hey, you know, there's therapy and, you know, other, you know, police and things of that nature. I think if we give people real life tools, I think that will be helpful.
So if any one of you know of such person or such organization, I'd be very happy to reach out to that person, or you can reach out to that person or that organization and let them reach out to me, and I'll be very happy to put them on the panel. So we are missing one person on that panel. And so the next thing I'm looking at, what time for this year, because I know I have to reach out to the assembly member and the council members. I have to let them know this is happening. I also want to do this in conjunction with the other community boards in the area, which is Community Board 18 and Community Board 17. I want to bring them on board. What I notice is that when you are doing anything health-wise that you're doing in the community, persons just don't turn up. They just don't turn up. They wait, you know, and they don't understand that precaution is better than cure. So they wait until something happened, and when something happened, everybody come blowing their torch and blowing their horns and beating drums and everything, you know, but they don't understand that precaution is better than cure. Persons just don't turn up. So instead of doing it just exclusively with Community Board 9, I would like to put it out there and send a flag, reach out to the 17 and 18, and then I can work together with, if they do have a Health and Social Services Committee, work with them, and then we can send out the flyers early enough. And then also we will have the assembly, our electives to be our sponsors So they too, they can put it out there on the listservs to have people to come on. Mr. Milford, go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, in terms of the speakers, what is more important, the subject matter or the speakers? I mean, there's a part of me that thinks that we should be creating an agenda with subject matter, and we match the subject matter with
We are
the
we are coming to that. We are coming to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Mr. Almanar?
Yeah, in the same vein, I wanted to also see Kenwood which Community Board 8, which is right above Eastern Parkway.
Mhm.
In addition to say 16 and 17, we should probably reach out to Community Board 8 also. With borders
That's what I
us.
said, Community Board 8 and Community Board 17.
Oh, okay. I thought it was another one. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, Community Board 8 and 17. So these are the ones we're looking at.
Okay,
So
great.
then, so we have to sit down and look at the run-off show that we're gonna have. So we have to do the run-off show, and also the questions. What questions? What we want them to address? You know, to put out there. So these are stuff that I would want your input. You know, what are we looking at? Because I know a lot of you would have had interactions and hear of the issues that are happening in the community, at the hospitals, setting, in the community, on the street, the police, in our homes, and even as we talk about coming from the Caribbean, nobody wants to talk about mental health. You know, coming from the Caribbean, they see it's a taboo thing, or you some sort of a stigma that they attach to it. So nobody talk about mental health. You know, I remember that Scott Springer, he had a round table at the library one time, and I said something. I said, heritage, mental health is raising its ugly head once again. And this lady went berserk on me. She was like, how could you say something like this? And she was just, I had to apologize. She came, you shouldn't be saying that. And you know, I'm like, okay, you know, so you have to be, when it comes to mental health, we have to be very careful as to how we handle it, what persons that we are around, what we say. So we want someone, that's the reason why I want the experts. They are the ones who handle this. They are the ones who are well equipped in addressing this matter. So we have to look at the questions. So we have to at our next meeting, or if not, maybe we can call a meeting before our next meeting, but if anything, we could for next month, because I really don't want it to drag. So I really want us to start, you know, putting things together. So we have to bring somebody from the Kings County, from behavioral health, somebody, the persons that you spoke about in it, and then the suggestions Cecilia gave. If we could have persons who will represent those three facilities, and also, well, not necessarily the police department, but just those persons who will be actually speaking on those topics, to have them come up so we could be on the same page. So when we at the table, you know, we have everything going bum, bum, bum. We have the run of show, and then we have the subject. This is what we want to address. This is what we're addressing. This is what we, at the end of the day, it's just not a matter of just talking, but we want to get some sort of a result. We want person to ask questions, and as little as it is that it may be, that when they leave, if per se the information given is just not for them, but at least they have something that they can take out there to somebody else. They could pass it on to somebody else. Mr. Pruitt, go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lead the subcommittee that's going to put this together, but I sure would like to be on it. And so I'm just volunteering in terms of the time frame. You had raised issue that you don't want this to drag, so I'm willing to volunteer, but for this committee, but I don't want to lead the committee. Okay.
No problem. I think the last time we had persons on committees, Mina, did you take any notes as to who because sometimes when I'm talking, I can't do both at the same, take notes at the same time. I know that there were persons that we had, who we had committees set. And this person said I'll be on this committee, and the other person said I'll be on this committee, but I don't, I have to look at the other people that I have, because I don't want to waste time now looking for it.
I'll check.
Huh?
I'll check to see if I made those.
Yeah, I don't remember, because I know that a few persons, we had like 3 groups, and this one person said they'll be in this group, and the other person was on the outreach group, but I don't remember.
Oh,
Who-
what you're talking about, you were talking about the forum that for like the senior day where we were going to do like an event. So it wasn't
Yeah,
this.
that's
It
right. I
yeah.
was on the outreach committee.
Okay,
But I have to admit, Mr. Leopold, I'm not too, well, my production hasn't met my verbiage. I would prefer to do something that has more substance than to arrange a party for seniors, and I don't know how
we
that
are not doing
sounds.
any parties. I don't know how you get this. We're not doing a party for seniors.
Okay.
Anyway, what I'm talking about is different. So we're looking at the planning committee and the outreach committee. So that has nothing to do with the mental health. So let's leave that on the side for now. As anything else, Mr. Purite, we are not forming a subcommittee for this. It's just us here. We will be
Okay.
coming together to put
All right.
to plan this. Okay, because there are not many of us here. I think we are missing some of our members. I think we are missing about 2 persons who are not with us right now. But as anything else,
Well,
we I think the more ideas,
I would like to
the more
be,
ideas and more. I'm sorry.
I said I would like to be involved one way
Yes,
or the other.
definitely. Everyone here present here will be, every committee member here will be involved. So, and I would like us to push it. So we are looking, I will talk to the sergeant at 71st precinct, and he'll be able to tell me who I should reach out to. And then also I will talk to the person at Kings County. So most likely March, April. So I would really like to call a meeting, a special meeting, and then we can invite those persons so we could sit down and plan out stuff. But we ourselves will put the run of show together as to the questions that we want to address, what we want them to address. That's I would really like us to push that.
Okay.
And so what time frame should we look at? April? Should we look at for this quarter? March is already around the corner. So
Well,
should we look at the second quarter?
I was going to say that May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So
Okay.
That might,
May.
work
Okay.
well, yeah.
May. Okay. So so we targeting May.
And that'll give us plenty of time to come up with speakers.
Yeah. So we're looking at, let's look at May 4th.
That's the anniversary of the Kent State student shooting. I went to Kent State.
Yeah, so we're looking at May 4th because that our meeting night. So we'll use that Thursday night. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Okay, so on May 4th at 7 p.m.
Okay.
All right, so we'll so in the meantime, as everyone agreed, give us enough time to plan and then put everything together. Those persons that we want them to be the panelists, we could save the date, so at least they could put that on the agenda. And then other persons that we want to invite, if we the electives, we can send that to the electives so they will attend, they will attend as well. I want to find out who as city council is really heading mental health, so that council person, we would like to invite them as well.
And Crystal Hudson may be one of the person that's doing that. She's doing the seniors. She's also responsible for the department. Crystal Hudson, Department of the Aging.
Crystal, so she's doing mental health?
I think so, but she's also part of the committee for aging and seniors.
For
also.
aging, okay.
Mm.
All right, so I'll find out. Find out from Dante to reach out to her, because she and Dante and Fred, they have a good relationship. So I will reach out to them so they could reach out to her. And so in the meantime, we have to look to talk to the office to put a flyer together so we could send out. So if you know of any organization, any persons or any organizations, any place that you would like us to send the flyers to, so that they will know to save the date. So let me know, so we can send you a copy of the flyers. You could send it to them. And then when the flyer is completed, so we'll have our sponsors at the ending of the day. The final flyer that will be going out, it will have the sponsors and our co-sponsors, and then we'll send out the final flyer to everybody. And then we'll also put that on the website, and in it you can put it, on your site, so persons would know that this is coming up on that date. So we can work it out, because I'm looking to really reach quite a few persons, and then the office now will work with us as to how we have it out there as the program is going on. That person can view on Facebook, and then if they can view view it on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Okay. Any comments? Any and Mr. Before we close for new business, and just before we go to new business, anybody have anything to say? Any comment on this?
I just want to say that I'd be happy to promote anything on the Heights and Hills social media account as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Heights and Hills. Let me put this. Heights.
It's an interesting name for given the work they do, Heights and Hills. I give anything to know how they came up with that. I'm just mumbling,
I also say maybe, I don't know what the outreach for CANBAC. CANBAC does have a lot of mental health activities in their portfolio. So reach out to them and see what we can do also.
I can quickly answer that over. It's because Heights and Hills started in Brooklyn Heights and Cobble Hill as the first two neighborhoods.
Oh.
So Heights and Hills.
Oh, that's interesting, because in and of itself, the word Heights and Hills, you would think it's something you was to shoot for, an achievement, some sort of hard to gain plateau or something. That's very interesting. How about that?
I think you're muted if you're trying to speak.
Me again?
No, it was me. So I really thought, yeah. So Mr. Pruitt, there was at the beginning you were asking a question about an anniversary of something.
I'm sorry, Mr. Leopold, repeat that.
So it's something that you asked before, and I told you to wait until we get to new
Oh,
business.
yeah. There was an article in the Times, either Sunday or Saturday. But it was a very good, it was a disturbing story, but a good story nonetheless, about the number of Black people who are leaving New York City for other low-cost cities.
Okay.
And there was a huge number of single Black women and young families, single moms, Black and nuclear families are going to Atlanta and Charlotte and Dallas and Houston, and where the housing costs are far less, and it raised the question to my mind. A high percentage of them are from Brooklyn, and so and people's lives, the housing costs here are so egregious that people are basically in their 50s and 40s living life like a college freshman again, roommates and that sort of thing. And
Yeah, that have been happening for a while now. So
yeah, but I was wondering if the board could. I don't know. I just felt that there's something that we could do. I mean, I felt there was something that CB9 could do to try to bring together real estate companies with the community. And
Mr. Accurate, I'm just sure if the so many people have tried to do this, so many people have tried to work with real estate. Real estate, they don't care about anybody, they only care about their pockets. They don't care about anyone. The realtors, the persons who've had homes for years, and persons who are living in their homes, they put them out so that they can get top dollars for their apartments. So persons, real estate, brokers, whoever they are, they don't care about the poor man. They care only about their pockets. So the ULURP committee and different organizations and the electives and all of them have been crying foul, but nothing is happening.
yeah,
So, yeah.
Well,
I'm assuming no one has nothing else to say, right?
yeah, it's still worth a good read. It's still, I urge you all to read it.
Now, I did get some idea of that particular article. Let's say something like 200,000 people have left.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
like I was saying,
In 10 years, in 10 years.
yeah, what I was saying to somebody today, now this is the reverse of the great migration. Probably this is not a great return, going from north to south. So that's what I was saying today. But I also want to mention from the previous, there was one other organization like Canva in terms of mental health. We should probably try to reach out to them. They do provide some mental health services.
No, I already put them down.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah, you told me. I already put them down. So and I think that Cecilia, that's one of the things that Cecilia was saying. So we can use them as a resource as to all the information and the resources that they have to reach out to persons with mental health. So they might be one of the persons that we bring in as one of the panelists. So thank you. So I have them down already. So it's already after 8. I don't want to keep you guys any longer.
Yes.
I thank you so much for your input, and I'm looking to just look out for your emails as to when in it. Please talk to your person and let me know when will be good for them this month, so I can have to schedule and my person at the so let me know on your part so I could schedule a meet with the person at the hospital.
Definitely, and I just want to let.
Go ahead.
I just want to let everyone know that for Black History Month, we are doing an educational series that is a virtual series with all of our medical specialists who are culturally sensitive and are really addressing issues that are most unique to the community. So tomorrow we're actually doing Black mental health in Central and East Brooklyn. And Dr. Sutton, excuse me, who I mentioned before, will be leading that. So I'll share the information with you and see if anybody would like to log on. But also for the rest of the month, we're doing maternal health and we're doing financial literacy as well as diabetes education. So that's every single Friday this month in February, it will be virtual. So I'll make sure to keep sharing the information.
Okay. Please do. Thank you very much. So have a good night, Adina. Not Adina, Cecilia, I hope you're still in bed. I hope you have your feet up. Adina, I thank you so much for coming. I thank you for staying on, and I'm looking forward to working with you, to collaborate with you, to bring out, to share the wonderful service that you have for our community. That's good, Cecilia. You are still in bed.
Yeah, I am still in bed. My feet are still elevated, you know. Hopefully they'll be down by the morning. That's the trend right now. By the end of the day, they're swollen. By the morning, they're back down. So
Yeah, as long as you
hopefully
as long as you elevate them, that's good.
Mhm.
So Mr. Purate, Dina, Mina, Enid, Cecilia, thank you. Mia, I know Mia is not with us right now because she's not feeling too well. So I just thank you so much for your input, and I'm looking forward to making this, you know, a success and to bring as much information to the community. And then I don't want us to bite too much and we can handle. So we're gonna do this, and then afterwards, then we will be tackling our seniors to see what type of service, although this is for the mental health. So the services that Medina have, that's really for our seniors. So when we really start working with our seniors, so we already have a body that we could work with and bring much service to them as well. So I'm really looking forward. I know a lot of persons do come to the meetings and then they say, oh, I'm gonna work with you guys, and then they disappear and you don't see them again. So Dina, I'm hoping that you are here to stay with us, you know, at least until we finish, you know, and I would like you to be around with us because we'll be in the spring or in the summer, the community board will be having the fair, and we would really like you to be there to table to give out much of your information as well to our seniors. We're in a community where our seniors need the service. I'm sorry, Adina?
I said I won't disappear.
Thank you. You are one person. If you disappear, I'm looking for you myself. I'll come searching for you. I'm not calling. I'll be searching for you.
You can Google
because
my
we
name to
need,
find me, so it's fine.
we need your service. We need the service. So good night, everyone. Thank you so much. And I'll be reaching out as to the date. Our meeting would be at 7 o'clock. So I'll be reaching out. The board office will be sending out info as to when we'll be meeting.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone, and thank you so much again for your input. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Thank you. Have a
Cecilia,
good
take
night.
care of yourself, okay?
Take care,
Okay, I
Cecilia.
will.
Do you know the gender
Mhm.
yet?
I'm having a boy.
Oh, so you have a girl and a boy. All right.
Yeah, and we done. That's it. No more. All
That's
good.
it. I agree with you. I agree with you. So anyway, you don't live too far from me, right? You don't live too far from me.
No, I live on Clarkson and Nordstrom. Clarkson between Nordstrom and Rogers. So not too far.
Okay, so don't please, if you need me for anything, call me.
Mhm.
Let me know. You're just
Okay.
a stone throw away from me.
Okay, I certainly will. I appreciate it.
Yes, call me, especially when you have the baby. You need me, call me. I'm just up the block. I'm right there on Lefferts and Rogers. I could just walk down to
now,
you.
listen now. Don't make no offers now. I mean, I have my barbecue. But
I'm
you know,
making
it's
the
both
offer.
hands, you know.
She's gonna take off on you. Take off on it. Absolutely.
I'm making the offer. So please let me know when you have that baby. So let me know, okay?
Okay, I definitely will. I'll keep everyone posted.
Okay, you have my number, right?
Yes, I do have your number.
Okay, so please call me.
Okay, I will.
Okay, Mina, don't have no ideas now that I tell her when she have the baby. Don't go and get no baby now.
You already did. No more. She said she already did no more.
No more.
Oh, you have children, Mina? Oh, okay. All right, have a good night, guys.
Take care.
All right, bye.